Hi everyone and welcome to the Polettirosa Homestead. I hope everybody's doing good. Today I am taking a bunch of my potatoes. This is like the second bag. I've probably got more downstairs also. And what I'm doing is I am peeling them, cleaning them, and then I'm putting them through a chopper like I got at Walmart. $10, not expensive at all. And then after that, I'm making hash browns. You can use these potatoes, and hold on, I'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I've already done a tray, but as you can see, they're just little pieces. Oops, you do it this way. They're just little pieces, see? And they're getting ready to go in the dehydrator. And those potatoes could be used as hash browns. They could be used in a cream of potato soup. They could be used in regular soups. They're used for so many things. If I had to, I could turn around and I could mash them up if I wanted to. It would just be rehydrating them again. Earlier, I did potato, as I'm calling them, they're chips. Just very small chips. Those potatoes that are dehydrated can also be used in soups. They could be a potato au gratin. You can use them for just about anything. So before these start going on me, I like to make a haul. I spend 2 days dehydrating potatoes because it's something that's going to last me a long time. Okay, so why don't you join me? Be back in just a moment. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is you want to take your potato. These are right from downstairs, so they are really dirty. And by not washing them before you put them away, it keeps the potato a lot longer from going bad. And because they're really dirty, I have water right here in the sink. And I already have a couple potatoes in it. And I just take them out, I wash them really good with my hands. If I forgot a spot, I just take it off. Now, whenever you do potatoes, dehydrate potatoes, they need to be blanched, which means you get a pot of boiling water and throw the potatoes in it, however you're going to do it, whether you're going to do the chips, whether you're going to do the little cubes, however you're going to do it. You put them in boiling hot water. When the water boils again, set your timer for anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes, depending upon your altitude. And you boil them. While they're boiling, you make sure you have a pot on the side that's got ice cold water in it. To make things easier, I use like a Dutch. I call it a Dutch. See? It's got the thing inside. That way, the ice cold water's in there, and I dip and I pour out as much hot water as I can into the sink. And then the potatoes that are left over, I put them in the ice cold water. And that stops the cooking process. Okay? So, let me get to that level Well, let me get to where I'm cutting them right now. Hold on one second. So here's my chopper. So I don't have to keep on moving everything around. I take a cutting board, and I wish I could show you, but you know what? I cut them like that thick. Then lay it on the chopper and go down. Now, if you don't have one of those choppers, then you're going to have to turn around and cut them all by hand. That takes a while, believe me. Oops. What's nice about this, and I think it's like $10 in Walmart. See how it holds all the potatoes for you. And I am going to do a bunch of these potatoes, and then I will show you the next step. Okay? I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I got quite a few potatoes in here, and I have some cold water in that pot that I showed you. And what I'm going to do is, because I want to get as much starch out as I can out of these. So what I'm doing is I'm putting them in cold water here, rinsing them out, putting more cold water in, rinsing them out, and then putting some warm water in so that I can put them into my pot to get ready to blanch them. Okie doke? So this comes off really easy. Now I'm just going to take these and I'm going to put them in the pot. Then I just kind of stir them around a little bit. Oh, there's a lot of. Okay, so what I do is I put it in my sink. And see how I lift up all the water coming out? That's all starchy water. That's what I don't want. Now I already had some potatoes in here, so please don't think that amount that I did was this. Wrong way. Now I'm just going to run some cold water. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just running some cold water in the potatoes that I put it in a colander. Just to try to get out some more starch. Now I'm taking my pot again, put more cold water in it. And I'll just take these potatoes Now the reason why I do another one on warm, that's just my personal preference, because I've got warm water on the stove that's ready to get blanched. So I wouldn't want ice cold potatoes going into that warm water. It would only cool down the water again. So that's the only reason why I put them in the warm water. I've washed them a couple times, the water is pretty clear. There's not a lot of starch left in it at all. Lift it up. Again, I'm going to take my water out. Whoops! Now I just got water all over the place. Oh! I didn't think when I did that. You know, sometimes we don't think. I'm good at that one. And now, because I'm not quite ready to be blanching yet, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these potatoes in the colander that's in like a pan. And when I am ready, I will turn around and do a warm wash. Okay, and now I'll just let these sit in here. What's nice is they'll get to room temperature. Okie doke, let me get more done and I'll show you the next step after this. Okay, the water is boiling. I've set my timer for, well, I did for 5 minutes. It's down to 250, 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes. Okie dokie, we'll be back. Okay, I'm very lucky to have a pot that's got the vent in it. So what I could do is I'm just going to dump it out and the water's going to come out right there. Okay. Now I'm dumping all this water out because I don't want the hot water going into the cold water. If I have to, a very, very little bit, but I don't want a lot. Okay, looks like most of it's out. A few pieces are on the side. Now I got this, and I'm going to put this into the colander that I have sitting in the cold water. Woo! It gets hot. Now you want to wait until they're like, that you could put your finger in it, in the middle of it, and I'll show you if I can grab one once I get done here. Okay, I've got this piece right here, and my finger goes right through it. I just want to mix this up because I want this water, I want it to cool down. So what I'm doing is I'll put some ice cold water in here, and what I'll do is I'll take some of these potatoes out because they're not all in. so I've got it all sitting in ice cold water right here in a pot. And I'm going to put that off to the side and wait till you can feel them and they're all cooled down. And then I got to work on my next one. Okay, so my next pot was kind of like the more easier one, because I just have to lift it out with the strainer in it. And I'll just dip it right in here in that cool water. I will dump this water out. Get cold water working into this pan. Because the water in the sink is not as cold as it was before, of course. Yeah, that's nice. That's good. And I'll do the same thing with this one. I'll just keep it in cold water until the potatoes feel nice and cooled down, because that stops the cooking process. Okay, I'll bring you back in just a few moments because I think the other ones are just ready to go. Okay, this is a wrap up of the video. As you can see, these are the ones that are all dehydrated. What you should be able to do is, right here, my finger cannot go through it. If your finger can't go through it, that means it's done. You can tell the difference between what's done and what's not done. These are more translucent, where the other ones are more whiter. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you'll enjoy making some hash browns or some cream of potato soup or something. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day from the Polettirosa Homestead. Bye-bye.